Hi, welcome to an overview of Tactyle's functionality. What I have here is a picture of the Tactyle aircraft demonstration project, and what I'd like to do is just talk you through some of the key parts of the screen and how things work in Tactyle. So to start with, you can see that we've got some big columns of things on our screen. We've got a column here called Fly, a column here called Take Off and Land, a column here called Navigate. And these are the kind of things that the user of an aeroplane might like to do with that plane. So these vertical columns are called user activities. Going across this way, we have horizontal columns called releases. And if we look through what those releases are, we can see this first one here is called glider, the next one is called powered, the next one is short hop, and the next one is long haul. And so you can see that this aircraft that we're building is incrementally being evolved to become more and more capable. Now obviously you don't really do that with aircraft, but we do with software. It just so happens that I'm using aircraft as an example that everybody understands for the Tactyle demo. And then within this grid we have all of these different user stories here. So for instance, this user story here, you can see that it is in the navigate activity, so that means it is something to do with navigation, and you can see that it is in the powered flight release. So we've decided that at the time that we're going to do powered flight, it would be good to have a magnetic compass. Down here you can see that at the time we're going to do long haul flights, it would be good to have weather radar. And so that's the basic structure of the columns for user activities and the rows for releases. Now, the items that we put in here are called user stories. Now you can see here that it works best in Tactyle if you use a fairly short title. You can use titles that are a bit longer than these ones. This example, it just so happens that they all came out short. You can use ones that are sort of up to about 5 or 6 words and it works quite well. What doesn't work is great big sentences. If you want to do big sentences, you need to put them in what we call the description, which I'm going to show you shortly. Before we get into that though, let's just have a look at some of the other parts of the Tactyle screen. You'll see these two areas here on the side. They show us overviews of our project in a sort of a zoomed out way. So this is showing us a horizontal slice. It's showing us some stuff that's out that side. If there was anything out that side, it would show that to us as well. We also have zoom controls here, and this button, if you push it, it toggles you into a zoomed out state just so you can quickly get an overview. Just before we actually get into running some functionality, I just want to talk you through some of the other things that you can see on the screen here. Obviously there's search, type stuff in here and it starts to highlight things that match for the search. Click this button here if you want to see the burn chart. This one's worth showing. We'll come back to that later actually. It gives you little icons that show you the sizes of the user stories, which is quite handy for getting your head around where is the cost in this project, which are the big user stories and which are the small ones.